805 Boxing News here in Riverside, California with Mikey Garcia. Mikey, how was it growing up in a boxing family?
It's cool. I mean, you get to go see a lot of the big fights, it's part of just our lifestyle, I guess. In the family, that's all we know. It's all we grow up knowing since you're a kid. I mean, that's all you grow up basically in the gym. So, it's cool. I don't see any differences or anything like that. I mean, friends at school would always, talk about, boxing with me and about fights and stuff like that. Frank! It was nice. Bring the tank! It's in the car. Go get it. It's open. Yeah, it's in the back.
When did you realize you wanted to do this for a living?
Not till I was probably like 17 years old. I didn't see myself doing this. I did my first amateur exhibition at 13, and then at 14 I had my first amateur fight.
His eyebrows are really growing back.
First amateur tournament at 15. I won, a few national tournaments. So by the age of 17, that's when I thought, I could actually do this as a career. I was pretty good. I saw a future, so that's why when we decided to really put more effort, more focus on it.
Have you ever felt any pressure having Robert, your brother, as a world champion when you were coming up?
Nah, I never had pressure. To me, this is just normal. It's nothing new, nothing different. I don't feel pressure. I'm just doing this, like every other day. For me, it's just another day. It's just another day in the office. I don't try to live up to someone else's expectations or what other people believe I should be doing or what I can accomplish. I just do this for myself, and that's it.
I'm a natural language.
And growing up or now, what are some of the boxers that you like?
You kill yourself.
I had always liked Floyd
130.
Mayweather ever since I remember seeing him fight. Great skills, defense, fast hands, very intelligent fighter.
Yeah.
I always admired him. Marquez, I like Marquez, Juan Manuel Marquez, very, very good technical fighter. I liked him even before he was popular, before people really followed him, and I just liked his technique. Counterpuncher, yeah.
And what would you say is the greatest fight you ever seen?
Greatest fight I've seen? There's been a couple. I remember the Vasquez versus Marquez fights. Those were intense. Those were pretty bad. The Marquez Pacquiao fights were awesome.
Yeah.
Morales Pacquiao, Borrell Morales, Castillo Corrales. There's a lot of good ones, man. And some of the best performances, one that I just really like, and a lot of people will probably agree, Floyd Corrales. The way Floyd outboxed Floyd Corrales, beautiful technique, beautiful, good generalship, beautiful boxing.
That was a close fight.
It was a good fight.
And if you could fight anyone from the past, who would you fight?
I don't know. I mean, you always have to go after the best to prove yourself or to test yourself against the best. People will disagree, and that way, every time you go against a legend, the legend wins every time. So, I don't even need to say names, but for best, this is what you always want. Test yourself, really prove to everybody that you're at that level.
So you have your big return July 30th. Do you feel any pressure, or is this another day at the office?
It's another day, man. It doesn't even seem like it was that long. It's only 2.5 years, but it only seems like 6-9 months. I mean, it doesn't seem like that much to me, and I'm happy to be back. I'm happy to get back, but it's just another day.
So after this, who's next for you?
We want to try to get a title fight at 135 pounds. We want to get just this one fight in and move to 135. Come down to 135 for a title shot there. Trying to look for Terry Flanagan, who holds the WBO title. Hey, by the way, did Flanagan fight?
This weekend, no? 16.
Oh,
This Saturday. Yeah, they started.
Yeah, Flanagan is the one who I would look for.
Who do you think is the one fighter out there right now that would give you the most problems, the most trouble?
You know, there's a few guys who, depending on the weight, will make it difficult. You got guys. I mean, if I'm at 135, you know, Terry Flanagan is a very good champion, undefeated southpaw, tricky. You know, that's a good matchup. But if I were to move up in weight class, I think the challenges grow as you move up in weight class. Obviously, the 140 division between Crawford and Postol, those guys are fighting next week. You know, those styles will be more complicated because of the size, height, reach advantages.
Yeah.
You go higher and north to 147, then the strength comes into play. Guys like Thurman, you know, who are huge, big, natural 147 pounders. Those are the complicated fighters, you know, in that division. But based on skills, I think I can compete with anybody. I just got to build my size up to be able to be at that level.
And before you hang him up, is there one fighter that you would want to fight to say, I fought that guy?
You know what? You want to fight everybody. You know, I want to fight everybody at my weight class or around my weight class. If you go back a couple of years ago before I was there was talks about maybe fighting Manny. I would have loved that fight. It's probably never going to happen anymore. You know, everybody wanted Floyd when he was still active. That's like I said, you always want to match yourself against the best out there. If they're not here, well, I just got to see who else is there, you know, who else is available. Like I say, you know, you got Crawford, Postol at 140. You got Garcia, Thurman at 147. Those are the guys reigning that division. So I got to build myself up to get to that. If I don't build myself to get there, I might never fight them. But I got to build my body until I'm ready for that. But if I stay at 135 or 140 even, whoever is the top dog at that division, that's who I want.
So is the goal to become the best, the pound-for-pound champion?
I never try to look for that recognition. I mean, if that's something that I earn by the reporters or by the fans and writers, then that's great. But I'm just gonna try to do everything that I can in my division to prove that I'm the best in the division that I am. If I happen to move up to weight class and dominate another weight class and so on and so forth, and eventually be recognized as pound for pound, great. But that's not my ultimate goal. That's not something that I'm shooting for.
Okay. And what do you have to say to your fans that have been waiting for 2.5 years to see you fight?
You know what? I really thank them for all the support, for being patient and waiting. Now that we are back, you know, they're not gonna be disappointed. I'm gonna be, you know, back stronger, better than ever. I got a lot more to prove, a lot more victories to show for, and just very happy to thank everybody for all the support.
You heard it from Mikey Garcia, 805 Boxing News. We out.
Hey, it's Snow Queen LA and everybody watch 805 Boxing News.